How's it going, everyone? My name is Fordevo. Welcome back to another video. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. It's been a few months. Don't even have a reason, just said fuck it, I wasn't really interested in making it. And I just kind of wanted to come on and talk about the trailer and the first look at Vanguard Zombies for October, November, whenever it's coming out. In the reveal and in the trailer, they basically, well, the trailer was alright, but when they did the first look and they talked about it, the way they explained it is it's basically going to be Outbreak, but only Outbreak. There's not going to be a round-based map, not from launch anyway. And the problem is, round-based maps are what the zombie players want. A lot of players don't like the Outbreak style. The problem with Outbreak was it was too open, there wasn't enough zombies, it just got really boring really fast. Like, I made the video saying how Outbreak was going to be the right balance of entertaining and challenging. It really wasn't. It was just challenging because just as you progress the world tiers, it just gets harder and that's it. But Outbreak, it was something new. They tried something new. It didn't necessarily work as well. It didn't play as well as we kind of hoped. And then they announced that Vanguard Zombies is going to be more or less the same thing. It's just going to be Outbreak. It's going to have world tier objectives. It's not going to be round based. There's not going to be any wall buys. It's going to be something different. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for Treyarch trying new stuff, right? I'm a Zombies fan at heart and I do like to see them trying new things, but when the new things they're trying don't work, stop forcing it down your throat and maybe go back to formula, go back to the way it was, go back to the round-based maps. Now, supposedly there's been a leak that Shinonuma is going to be the round-based map, like, post-launch, but I don't know, and honestly, I don't see myself playing Vanguard Zombies. I might get it, I might not, honestly don't know. It doesn't seem like a zombies mode I'd be willing to play all that much. Like, as bad as Cold War was, it looks better than this. Vanguard is basically just going to be Cold War Zombies except exclusively Outbreak. There's not going to be any round based as far as we can tell, unless the leak is true, in which case then we're getting it post-launch instead of on launch day, and I don't get why, because like round based is the way the game always was and it's the way it works best. The fact that there's no wall buys either is really kind of concerning, because it's like, well, that was always the thing of zombies. You always bought guns off the wall, you always worked your way through the pack-a-punch system. BO4 changed it, you had to pack-a-punch 5 times to get the max pack out of it, but now you can't even buy the guns off the walls. You have to complete objectives to get better guns. Now, in theory it's good, it might work, but from looking at it from a zombies fan's perspective, I don't see it working. I really don't. I feel it's gonna change the mode so much to the point of it's not gonna be zombies anymore. It's just gonna be like catering to the new fans rather than trying to keep the OG fans like enthralled with the mode. Like they've said in the first look that they are trying to make it more accessible to new players, that they can just jump in and play straight away, and that's great. Like, it is, it's good to see new players playing zombies, but the problem is when you cater too much to that crowd instead of remembering that there's the OG community that's been there since World at War, Black Ops 1, you can't just disregard that set of the fan base. And that's what it feels like they're doing. It actually feels like they've just said, well, fuck them. They don't care. They're not going to care. They're just wanting new zombies. Not really. We want zombies, yeah, but we want good zombies. We don't want shit. And Outbreak is shit. And that's why anytime I ever ask anyone about it, they don't fucking play it. It's fucking trash. The problem with Outbreak for me was it got repetitive. And I know you can turn around and say, oh, well, round-based maps are repetitive too. Yeah, they are. But the thing with the round-based map is that's what the zombie players enjoy. We enjoy going for high rounds. We enjoy doing the main quests. Like, don't get me wrong, they added the main quest to Outbreak, and as difficult as it was, it's fun. The round-based area maps are the way it should be. The problem with Outbreak as well was it was nothing but recycled content. Like, it was all multiplayer maps that they just basically dropped zombies into, and it was the same for that other fucking mode. I can't even remember what it's called anymore. Never really played it, but when I did play it, it was very fucking boring. The one where you basically just complete like little objectives here and there to basically survive each fucking wave. The area gets smaller and all that kind of shit. The problem with zombies now is it's no longer original, really and truly. That's why I feel. Like, if you go through from World at War, I'm pretty sure Nacht was like pulled from a multiplayer map. Verrucht, Shinonuma and Derice, I'm pretty sure all 3 of those were original. Black Ops 1, I think Ascension was pulled from the multiplayer map. The rest were, sorry, Noct was pulled from a campaign map. That's what that was. Ascension was pulled from a multiplayer map from Black Ops 1. I think part of it anyway. But the rest of them were all were actually original maps. Black Ops 2, everything was original. Transit, Die Rise, Buried, Mob of the Dead, Origins, Grief. Like, fucking Grief was awesome. Like, they were all original. Black Ops 3, obviously everything was original up until Revelations, because Revelations was meant to be a mix and match of a lot of maps. Like, it had a bit of Origins, it had a bit of Mob of the Dead, it had a bit of fucking Varuk, it had a bit of Shinonuma in it. Or not Shinonuma, it had a bit of Shangri-La, that's the one. Had a bit of Dreisendrach. It had like a load of it. The only original bits were fucking the spawn area and the Pack-a-Punch area inside the fucking giant Apothicon. And then we got to BO4 and all the maps were just remakes of old maps. Like Blood of the Dead was Mob of the Dead. Classified was just 5, but it had Moon's spawn instead of the Pentagon Thief, which we all kind of enjoyed. Alpha Omega was just Nuketown, but ported from Blackout, because they added the bunker, and that was it. Tag der Toten was just Call of the Dead, but they added the facility up at the top of the map, and the secret area, which I still haven't gotten to. Die Maschine in Cold War was just Noct, but they added everything around it. They added the underground bunker and all that. That was it. Then we got an original map. We got Firebase. And then they added Outbreak, and Outbreak was just multiplayer maps. It was all the Fireteam maps, if I remember right. And then they just added other big maps into it. Then it took ages to get Mauer, and Mauer was okay, and then we got Forsaken, and Forsaken's good, and now that's it. They're not gonna add any more. Like Cold War's finished. They're doing the like crossover tie-in thing with Vanguard, like putting Vanguard stuff on the Battle Pass tiers, and they're really pushing it. Like supposedly this week we're supposed to have gotten like an unprecedented amount of stuff for Cold War that all we got was 24 things on the Battle Pass that were on the free tiers, and that was it. Skins, XP tokens, calling cards, emblems, that kind of thing. That's all we got. People were suspecting that they were going to drop fucking Nocturne Toten into the game, because in Forsaken there's a Nocturne Toten Easter egg where you can literally play the OG Noct for a few minutes and try and get like bigger and better crates. Zombies is going in a direction, I think, where it's no longer going to appeal to the older fans. It's just going to appeal to the new players. And that's going to be a very fucking big problem, because it's a lot of the older fans that are actually constantly buying the game, playing the game. And if they go away, then you're just going to have the new fans that actually, don't get me wrong, it's good to have new fans, but you want to keep the OG ones happy as well. Because if you don't keep them happy, then what's the fucking point? Zombies has been a dying mode for years because it was overdone, like fuck. Like I said in my video about why Black Ops 4 failed. Zombies was oversaturated and overdone to the point of the game mode's detriment. Like it really suffered horribly because of it, and I don't think this kind of revamp is actually going to fix it. It looks alright, it looks quite good, but if it doesn't play well and if it's only an Outbreak style mode, like the 3 modes they announced, they're all 3 objectives from Outbreak. Like that's it. Like they have literally taken Outbreak and just dumped it in fucking Vanguard. And the thing is, nobody really likes Outbreak. Like don't get me wrong, there are people that play it and there are people that enjoy it. And a lot of those players are actually new players. They're not OG fans. The OG fans love the round-based maps, but the new players enjoy Outbreak because it's brand new. It's something completely different. Because if they start, if the new players started in Cold War, they got round-based maps for the first 2, but then they got Outbreak. And Outbreak was like a massive change. And while it's fun at the start, and it's fun for a while, it's not really fun towards the end of it. Like you start playing it and it's fine for like a couple of world tiers. It's fine if you're going for the Easter egg because you're only going to be in it for 5, 6, maybe 7 world tiers and then that's it. But in general, it's not a mode that a lot of people would want to play. They were all kind of going back to the round-based maps, and then a lot of people left the game. Like a lot of my friends left the game and never came back to it because they got so disappointed in how Zombies went. They got disappointed in how bad Cold War Zombies was. Now I personally still kind of enjoy it. I've jumped back on lately, been playing it a bit more, and I realized that I do still very much enjoy it. But if you had to make me pick between playing Cold War or playing Black Ops 4 with people who I know still have the game, I'd pick Black Ops 4 any day. Like I wouldn't pick Cold War over anything, because Cold War at the end of the day really wasn't that good, and Vanguard is going to be the same by the looks of it. It looks like Vanguard is going to just take after Cold War. It's going to be shit. It's nothing but Outbreak, and they're just going to say fuck you to the OG fans who like round-based maps and just play nothing but Outbreak. Now, I'm gonna wait and see what the gameplay looks like before I commit to buying it or not, because at the minute I really don't think I'm gonna buy it. But if the game ends up being kind of decent, and if there is round based in it, I'll probably get it then. But watching Twitter, looking at Twitter, watching videos on YouTube, looking at people's comments about it, they don't like it. And I understand why. It's too much of a deviation from what it used to be. Try new things. If they don't work, get rid of them. Outbreak was fine, just leave it in fucking Cold War. Don't bring it across because it's not that good. And that's coming from someone that genuinely enjoys zombies in general. Zombies is getting stale. Zombies was getting stale. Zombies has been getting stale for quite a while. So they're obviously looking to do something to change that. And their method of changing it is to revamp the game mode entirely by removing what makes zombies zombies. Removing wall buys, removing the round based system, making it so that you have to complete a heap of challenges just to get better weapons instead of being able to slowly work your way through it. Now they are keeping some of the field upgrades, they're keeping the armor replacement for the shield, but they're taking away a lot of other stuff like the kill streaks and that kind of thing that they had in Cold War, which is fine, because really and truly at the end of the day, there was very few of those you'd ever really use. Unless it was specifically required for something, or you got it for free, the only time you ever really visited that bench would be to craft something you need for a fucking challenge, something you need for an Easter egg, or a fucking self-revive if you had enough salvage to make one. That's it. Beyond that, you never really went near it. Like, I've had how many games on Mauer, on Firebase, on D Machine, hell, even on fucking Forsaken if I'm not going for the Wonder Weapon, where I don't touch the fucking craftables bench because I don't need it. We didn't need it. You don't need it. If you want to try the new shit, yeah, okay, you gotta go to there, but we didn't need it. It was fine. But I don't know. I feel that something needs to change, but they're doing it wrong. That's just my opinion on it. I honestly feel that Zombies is going down a fucking rabbit hole that it ain't gonna come back from. It's gonna be really shit, and if it's gonna be really shit, no one's gonna want to play it. And it's very, very slowly going that way. And it's a damn shame too, because Zombies was like the pinnacle fucking mode of COD for a long time. Even though they never sold it on Zombies. It was Zombies that people flocked to, not multiplayer. People play multiplayer like hell because that was what they're dedicated to. But then when they tried the Zombies, a lot of people went, actually, this is better. And they stayed on the Zombies mode, and they stayed with Zombies the whole way through, from fucking World at War all the way to Black Ops 3. Then they got Black Ops 4 and they fucking hated it. Then they got Cold War and they fucking hated it. I personally hope Zombies gets better, because it's a game mode I really enjoy, but the way it's going is getting really shit. And I feel that it can be made better. It just has to be done right. And the way it's being done right now is not right. It's being made worse now than it was before. That's just one guy's opinion on the internet. It's not concrete. It doesn't stand for every single person. So put it this way, if you're gonna have a go at me about it, fair enough. We're all entitled to our opinion. Thanks for watching, guys. Just thought I'd give my kind of thoughts and feedback on the upcoming game, and hopefully we can be proven wrong that it's actually going to be a decent game and it's not going to be shit. Because at the end of the day, Cold War being shit set a standard, and now Vanguard is falling down the same standard. It's going to be kind of shit as well, I would say. But who knows? Could be wrong. Might be good. We'll wait and see. And if it's good, then this video will be fucking wrong. And that's fine, because I was proven wrong before. I said that Modern Warfare was going to be a totally different style of game than it actually was. I don't mind being proven wrong. Just wonder if it'll happen this time. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.